Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now on this channel there's some previous videos that you would have seen with myself and my friend Jack, some great trips together. We went down to South Carolina, we went down to West Virginia, some local hikes and stuff in the Niagara region, and all those videos are still there, so if you want to check them out, please do. Some videos as well from when I went to Algonquin, which was incredible. But I just want to give you a little update because obviously I haven't posted on this channel in a very long time. And the reason for it is life happens, things happen. So both of us work full-time jobs, work 40 hours a week, both in retail, in a tourist destination, and the hours are just up and down. So the chances of us having time off together and then spending time with our friends and family here, it was difficult to get out together. And we've got some great memories and we've also got some great videos to show for it. Jack's moving to an amazing place. He's going out to Calgary, Alberta, which is incredible. I wish obviously them the best of luck because he's going to make some great memories, especially living in the Rocky Mountains. I had a conversation with Jack. I'm going to keep this channel alive. I've changed the name on it to Road Trip Jake, and I'm going to try and post as often as I can on this channel. Ideal world, I'd love to post weekly road trips. Obviously I work a full-time job, I can't, it's not possible, but I'm going to post as much as I can when I can. So to give you a little update, in 2024, I had some epic trips. I vlogged them, but they're on Louise's channel. So if you do want to check them out, just head over to her. Some of you might know, some of you might not know. I'm a huge WWE fan. So last year, I drove down to Philadelphia for WrestleMania 40. I vlogged the whole trip, and that was epic. Absolutely loved it. We've done a surprise trip for our mothers. I flew my mom out to Orlando, Florida. We spent a week in Disney World, which was just insane to like go through that experience with my mom. And then me and my mom took a road trip from Florida. We went through Alabama up to Tennessee, spent some time in Nashville, and then we headed back across to Canada. And again, going to Nashville, having that experience with my mom was all amazing. And we vlogged that, and it's all on, like I say, it's on Louise's channel. But now I want to make an effort to do all my own videos. So things that I've got planned for this year that are confirmed. The confirmed one is, in around 2 weeks' time, I'm going on a road trip. I've got 4 days off work, and I don't know where I'm going to go. 2 places in mind of where I want to go. I either want to go down to the coast, down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, just for some sunshine, beach vibes, then head over to Charleston and just spend some time around there. Or do I go down through Ohio, Kentucky, and back down to Tennessee? I ain't too sure. I've got nothing planned for these trips, but I'm going to one of those destinations. Which one do you think? Put it in the comments. Let's talk about it before I go. So I'm really not sure on which one I want to go to, but I'm definitely going to one of them. And I've got, like I said, I've got 4 days, nothing planned. It'll be, you guys come with me. I'll vlog the whole thing, where I'll be staying overnight. I won't be booking any hotels in advance, none of that. So it'll just be literally a road trip. We sleep where we sleep, we lay where we lay. So yeah, I've got that one coming up. And then I've got my first trip in May booked in our trailer, which I guess you can see that I'm sitting in. We're getting down to Provincial Park, which is Port Burwell, I think is how you pronounce it. Heading down to there for the weekend. It'll be the first trip in the new trailer, which I am buzzing for. And then after that, we've got another Provincial Park. We've got Grundy booked, 4 hours up north from where we are. And then also in June, a week off work, and Louise doesn't. I get more vacation than her. And I'm tempted to drive to Yellowstone. I've always wanted to see Yellowstone National Park. I just think it'll be such a cool experience to go and witness it, to see it. It's kind of scary because obviously they have grizzlies and a lot of wild animals there, but I don't know, I want to go experience it. And then September, we're still umming and ahhing about potentially going to California to do the Disneyland park there. And then after California, this one trip's confirmed. We've been saving to pay it off. Taking the new trailer down to the Fort Wilderness campground. And we're going to spend actual 2 whole weeks in the campground. But I'll be leaving about 3 days before just to take a slow drive down. Because I don't know what to expect. Because this trailer is a lot bigger and a lot heavier than my old one. So I'll be living in it for 3 days on the road. 2 weeks in the Fort Wilderness Lodge at Disney World. and then I've got 2 days then to motor back to Canada. And then after that trip, the trailer will go into hibernation for the winter. So they're trips that I've got confirmed this year. But anything that's like, if I've got 2 days off, I'm going somewhere. I'm making the most of it. There's a lot of places on my doorstep here. There's some amazing parks within Ontario, within a 2-hour, 3-hour drive. I can cross the border into New York State. Same again, there's some amazing hikes, some awesome state parks that I can visit. That's all within a 2-hour drive. Sometimes I might even venture out a bit further, 6, 7, 8 hours, depending on my work situation and my days off. So I want to make the most of traveling and exploring this year. Subscribe, follow me on the journey, hit me up in the comments, tell me about some cool places, because I want to make the most of traveling. Ideally, I'd love to do it full time, but that's obviously just a dream. But one day, hopefully we can get there. Since the videos that you've seen, we've come from Louise's channel, we had a 21-foot Springdale Mini RV travel trailer. Absolutely love that trailer. It's been to Florida and back a few times, South Carolina and back. Loads of provincial parks here in Ontario. And for me and Louise, we found out that that trailer just wasn't big enough for us. Like, it was missing like a lot of storage. And so the more we went out in the trailer, it was like, we love it, but it's not the one for us. So the update is, we've bought a new trailer. Like I said, we have bought a brand new travel trailer. Purchased it earlier this year. We kind of come across it, I don't want to say on a whim, but there's this dealership near us, and I've always drove past it, but I've like, I want to go in there one day just to check out their trailer. I've heard a few good things about Grand Design. So this one Sunday was both off. It was cold, it was icy, it was horrible. It was like, let's just take a ride up there, let's wrap up warm and take a ride up there. And we got there, and it was like, said on the door, closed on Sundays. But then actually, they had an open day on that Sunday. They had like a little barbecue going on, and they were showing off all the new trailers. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. Got a free hot dog, that's a win. It was like, okay, let's have a walk around and see what's what. And we went in, loads of different trailers. And there's so many factors as well. Like, my truck is only a V6 Ram, and it can only tow 7,700 pounds. So the fact, like, I would like a trailer that's 7,000 pounds or less. Kind of slide outs on trailers, so I didn't want to slide out. So I was checking out loads of different ones, and then we come across the one that I'm sitting in now. Yeah, I'll give you a full tour of it. I'll tell you some of the specs, and if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I've got my cup of tea. Get your cup of tea at the ready, as I'm now going to give you a tour of our brand new travel trailer. So let's give you a tour then of the trailer. So let's go through some bits on the outside, and then we'll go on the inside. So the make and model of this trailer, design Transcend Explore, and it's a 24 BHX model. So this trailer is 30 feet in length, so it is quite long. I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to fit it on the driveway, but I did, so that's a bonus. I've had to upgrade my hitch as well. So I've had to get the Blue Ox sway bars for it, which I'll show you the hitch comparison if you've never had Blue Ox or had sway bars before. So I'll show you the comparison. Let me show you the difference in the hitches to tow this trailer compared to my old trailer. This is the hitch for my old trailer. It was this one. Okay, and now the hitch for the Blue Ox hitch for my new trailer is this one. Obviously it has the big sway bars that connect to it for the weight distribution. But I just want to say, look at the size comparison. It's ridiculous. Towing with a weight distribution hitch is a game changer. Towing the old trailer, it was around £4,000. This one weighs shy of 7. But with a weight distribution hitch, it feels lighter. It's weird, I can't explain it, but yeah. So anyway, that's the difference in the hitches. So it has holds 2 propane tanks under there. It does have a battery fitted on it, and it has a 200 watt solar panel, so it only powers all the 12 volt stuff. I could have opted in to get the 30 amp solar panels, but it was an extra like £4,000 all in, and when you're on the road, you only need 12 volt stuff when you're traveling, because like you can power the fridge, you can power, like, you can use the USB to charge your phones, you can use the shower, you can use the water pump, anything that's 12 volt you can use. Now with a 30 amp, yeah, you can use all the plugs, but why do you need plugs when you're just driving somewhere? Because when you get there, you'll plug in the shore power anyway. So that's why we only had a 200 watt solar panel on the roof. Now it does have an electronic hinge on the front of it, which will save my back when I don't have to keep winding it up and down. And there's also a light as well. So that's going to be a lifesaver. And if for any reason the battery dies, you pop the cap off and you can screw it manually as well. This is the control panel for the solar, which is there. And there's the dead switches, so you can disconnect everything. It's got the city water hookup, which is just there. You'll put it in there and then you'll put the pipe through. This pipe will go through here, and then you flick between the fresh water tank or you go for city water, depending on what you're hooked up to. There's also the satellite and cable hookups here, another socket in case you want to plug anything in outside the trailer and put the cables underneath. It's quite a big storage underneath as well. Motion detector lights. As you can see, I've got some totes under here which has got some RV accessories in, but I'll show you all them when we get to the actual campground in May. I'm not going to get them all out now. Now the weight of this trailer in kg, the gross vehicle weight is 1,173, or in pounds it's roughly 7,000 pounds in weight. Tank there, which will be for the kitchen, and then there's also just there's the black tank and the grey water tank for the shower and the toilet. Now the waste water tank in it is 76 gallons, which is a lot for the grey tank, and then also the fresh water tank is 56 gallons, so it's more than double our old trailer. This here is for the black tank flush. Now as you can imagine, in the black tank you use the toilet, you can get some nastiness in there, but you can flush it out with a hose pipe. Here is the 30 amp connection for when you're plugging into shore power in the campgrounds. This little thing here pops off, and that's where you keep the pipe that goes onto your black tank or your grey tank to then get rid of the waste. Keep it in there because it's nasty. Camera on the back acts as a rear view mirror. It goes on the windscreen of the car, and then you can see behind the trailer when you're towing it. This here is a portable shower, so you plug it in there, and then you've got a little spray hose, which I'll show you, which is just on the inside. So you've got water for outside, it's like washing down your paddle boards, or if you've got a dog and it's all muddy or whatever. That there is the hot water tank. It does have a big massive awning that slides out. This is what I find a bit weird compared to the other one. This is the fresh water tank. So if you're staying on the campground and you only have electric and you don't have water, you'll fill this up when you get to the campground. The passenger side of the trailer, where they're normally on the other side of the trailer, so you need a long hose. Luckily enough, I do have one. So yes, that's your fresh water tank. And then we come to the door. I've got my Yeti stickers. I love my Yeti products. TV hookup for the cable and plugs, because you can actually attach a TV on the outside of the trailer that you get a bracket, and obviously it just hooks on, hooks off, which I don't know if we will do, maybe with time, but that's not a priority right now. Now let's go inside. There's the doormat, making memories one campsite at a time. Before I show you the inside, this is the spray hose that connects to that little connection I was just talking about. So again, you just come out of the lake, paddleboard, you go on your mountain bike, you're all dirty, spray yourself down. Perfect. Let's start with showing you the kitchen area. Now, the kitchen area in our old trailer was quite small and you didn't have that much storage space, where this one, it's completely different. The kitchen in our old trailer, it only had gas powered fridge. It wasn't a 12 volt powered fridge, and it didn't get that cool. Now the fridge in this one, let me show it you. Here's the fridge. Now this fridge is powered via 12 volt as well. So obviously it's a lot bigger. The fact that you can adjust the temperature and stuff, which is great. Just the airflow. And then here is a massive freezer. I can fill the freezer with meat and I just get it out as and when we need it. So it saves clogging up the fridge as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with that fridge. Kitchen does have a microwave. See, these are in here. That's a little tip for you. Get a pool noodle. If you've got a trailer, put the pool noodle in, wedges on this, stops your glass from smashing. So yeah, but just remember to take them out if you turn it on. Little storage rack above the microwave. Then we go down to here. There is a 3-burner hob. that just flicks up, and then you got 3 burner there. Super easy. There's your igniter. See, in our old trailer, we didn't have an igniter. We had to physically light a match or whatever to light it. Obviously, I'll leave that to cool down. Not going to put the glass down yet. Beneath this, there's 2 massive drawers. Now again, they're really deep. So all the pots and pans are in that one. Don't have anything in that one yet. And you can get, I've seen online, I can get like a big chopping board with little tiny feet that'll sit above that glass. So if we're just cooking outside, because the weather's nice most times we do, you can cover that and it gives you a bit more prepping space. Now, talking of prepping space, this counter here, you've got so much more room than the other trailer. You've got a little thing up there, it's just little things like this, where you can put your paper towels, plug socket there for if you want a coffee machine. Now kettle, we do have a gas one, so we'll use it on the hob. Another storage unit here, which goes quite a way back. And then you got 3 more cupboards here, which are quite big. Compared to our other one, this sink is massive, because this just about fit in the sink in the other one, but in this one, the sink is massive. Then here, it's just like, I guess you could put tea towels and stuff on. There's another storage with a shelf. There's your bin, or your trash can. And this comes off too, which is cool. Then also in the kitchen there, you've got the, as you can see, it's 48 degrees, actually really cold out. But yeah, that has a dehumidifier built in, it has the aircon, and it also does the heat. So that's the controller for all of that. So I guess we can also class this bit as the kitchen as well. There's my Yeti, my camo Yeti. There's just some like cutlery, scissors, whatever in that one. And then this one is actual cutlery. And again, there's spaces there, which I guess you could technically use for shoes. And this is my junk drawer of stuff that you don't realise you need until you need it. So yeah, that's my junk drawer for the trailer. That's everything that's in the kitchen. Again, a lot bigger than the other one. So now let's move on. Right, so now we come to the dinette area. So there's two cupboards up here. Attach a 32-inch TV up there. It's got the aerial cables. So it's got a built-in HD antenna on the roof. So if you just want local channels wherever you're hooked up, you can search for them. Or I showed you the cable antenna that was on the outside. That links to, for example, when we go to Disney, you can link that to their cable system and you can watch like the local TV and you get more channels. So that's there. In here, there's a JBL Bluetooth system. There's a speaker on the roof and a speaker outside. And then this one here, again, is just another little storage unit. I've got the TV bracket. I just need to find a TV to put on the wall. Dinette. This also does drop down to a double bed. So again, you can sleep 2 people on there. So that does drop down to a double bed. Underneath each one of those is also storage space. And then at the back of the trailer, we have double bunk beds, which I believe are rated at £300 in weight. So the top one does have a little window, and they've all got their own individual light and a little curtain to close off. Then the bottom one doesn't have a light. It has a light, but it doesn't have a window. And then underneath the bunk beds, look at all this storage space. Storage in an RV is key, trust me. For this side here, so above the couch, there's storage space. There's 3 of these cupboards, and they all link in together. And then here's the couch. Under the couch again, more storage. The black vent that you can see there, that's one of the heating ducts. Those 2 drawers, they pull down, and that gives you storage underneath. The couch has a little armrest, and you can put your coffee cups on it. And also, the couch flips out to a bed. So technically you can sleep 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. So you can sleep 10 people. There's a bedroom as well. If you're just going, that's 8. You can sleep 10 people. Super easy, the couch just flips over. Look at that. Now on the roof, those white ones there, that's the ducted air conditioning. And there's also part of the air conditioning. But there's little ducted air vents throughout the whole trailer. When we was in Florida with our old trailer, it only had it's like a window AC unit, and in September it was hot and it didn't quite cut it, and you could hear it overworking. Now fingers crossed, this aircon will work a lot better. So behind this door here is the bathroom. Bathroom is a lot bigger. So the shower has a little skylight. There's some little like bars that you can buy off Amazon that go across there, so you can put like your shampoos and stuff on those ledges. So you got your hot and cold taps. Obviously your shower basin. Again, there's a heating duct, the black one down there, so if it's cold you've got heating here. And then on the roof you've also got your AC unit blowing down, which will keep it cool. And there's a skylight which you open up, put the fan on when you're showering. All this storage here. The fact that you can sit on the toilet and have room to poop and pee is lovely. There's me in the mirror, cabinet there. And then there's your sink, little cabinet underneath the sink. I guess you can put like your dustpan and stuff. It still baffles me in North America that they have outlets next to a sink, but whatever, they're there anyway. And there's the switch for the light. Now, one of the things that we really wanted when we bought the trailer, we wanted a separate bedroom, because I always get up super early. Like I'm up at 6-7 a.m. every morning anyway. Louise, no, she'll sleep till 9-10. So a separate bedroom was something that we really wanted, so I can get up, have my coffee, whatever, where she can just stay in bed. Right, so here is the separate bedroom. Now it has a queen size bed that does lift up again, more storage space. You do need to upgrade the mattress, because the ones that come with trailers, they really aren't the best. So you've got storage above the bed. There's a plug socket either side of the bed. There's also a USB-C and a USB port. Now you can also see there's like little storage just behind there. Underneath the wardrobe there's storage, and then this wardrobe is all shelved out. Let's go over to the other wardrobe. And then this wardrobe is you can hang things. Over here we haven't got one yet, but you can get like an RV TV bracket. Again, it connects to the antenna, and you can get one that swings out and then clips into place for when you're traveling. So I will look into that, but I'm not in a rush for that. Separate bedroom will be a bit of a game changer. It's your power board as well for the trailer. So your battery life, my battery's quite low because I've had it disconnected. A fresh water tank, all these are empty because I haven't de-winterized it yet. You got your water pump, the gas for the water heater. So you can, the water heater here is powered by gas or electric. So they're the switches for those. That's a switch for the slide out awning. And that's your lights. That was a tour of our brand new trailer. I hope you did like it. Now, I'll go more into depth about like setting up the Blue Ox here, setting up like the power cables, the water, the dump stations, all that stuff when we're physically at the campground, because obviously I can't do that at my house. So stay tuned. Camping season is coming up and I'm going to film as much as I can. Any questions, any comments, please post them below in the comment section and let's talk about it. If you're new to RV life, you're an experienced RV person or an RV goer, let me know, because a lot of this is still new to me and I'm still learning. So let's connect and let's talk about it. Also, like I said, there's going to be more road trips coming up. I've got one coming up very soon, so you can stay tuned for that. Hit the little notification button, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and follow me on my road trips. I don't know where I'm going. I want to talk to the people out there. I want to see places in the comments of where I can visit. Just let me know. Let's connect and let's go on the road. Stay tuned. 2025. Let's make this channel happen. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. So I'm just gonna